Good evening, everybody. I want to thank you for being here tonight. This evening, we will recognize and commend the brave and dedicated men and women who have worked diligently, putting forth extraordinary efforts and lifetime achievement. And I'll tell you right now, if you pay attention, you're going to see how many has handed down from family to family, from grandfather to father to son tonight. And with that, I'll turn over to our Master of Ceremonies, Chip Jewell.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's certainly an honor and a privilege to once again host the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association Annual Recognition Awards, and they truly are deserved. At this time, would you please rise for the invocation given by Janie Naborchek, chaplain of the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association Ladies Auxiliary, and please remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us bow our heads. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for giving us special guidance to use us, firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, and law enforcement, so that we may be protect from harm's way while performing our duties. Help us with your loving care while we work to save lives and protect to our communities. Be with our auxiliaries as they have donated time to do fundraisers and other events for our fire companies. We ask to be with those who are getting the awards tonight and the dedication they have given to their company. Be with our servicemen who are protecting our country. We ask you to be with all of us as we leave here tonight to go home. Watch over us and our safeties. All these things we ask in your name. Amen.
This time we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance led by our fire prevention ambassadors. His allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Order.
Ready? Hope.
You may be seated. Now let's give a round of applause for the members of the Honor Guard and also for our fire prevention ambassadors for a great job. I'd like to acknowledge some of our guests, some of the presidents and officers of some of our county companies. President Charlie Abrake, Junior Fire Company. President Richard Kaiser from Middletown Volunteer Fire Department. President Dale Klein, Rocky Ridge. And Chief Alan Hurley from Rocky Ridge. Chief Mickey Fyock from Woodsboro. Mickey's back here. Assistant Secretary Julie Durgan, representing Louis Powell from Graceham. Captain Val Kilby, also from Graceham. Donovan Dillon, President, Brunswick Ambulance. President Dave Fox, Wolfsville. President Dave Remsburg, Jefferson. County Association Trustee Jerry Dorsey. Assistant Treasurer of the County Association Tim Ganley. Assistant Secretary Susie Nickel. Trustee Debbie Fox. Trustee John Patton. Donna Kraft from Frederick County Building Industry Association. They're great partners for us each year at the home show. Susan Reeder Jesse from the Fire Rescue Advisory Board. Okay, I believe we have everyone except on stage. And at this time, we'll introduce our guest on stage. And for opening remarks, please welcome Eric Smothers, President of the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association.
Good evening, and welcome to our annual award ceremony. It's always great to stand before you to recognize our volunteers for Frederick County Fire and Rescue Services. I think as you'll see tonight, as we have some of our awards recipients come up and realize a lot of the hard work and dedication that our volunteers do on a daily basis throughout Frederick County. Whether they're operational, auxiliary, fire police, junior members. There are 2,000 members across Frederick County that serves our public every day, 365 days a year. And the work that they do out of 26 stations is just amazing. It is always interesting to see how we continue to grow and evolve through our life's changes, particularly here with our fire service today. Our volunteers are growing shorter in numbers. Part of that is because of our workload that we do in our daily lives. The average person that volunteers in the fire service, a lot of people don't realize, but it's about 56 to 57 years of age. It is always very difficult to try to recover some of those numbers, and we do very well here, at least here in Frederick County, with our recruitment and retention programs that we have throughout Frederick County. I appreciate the time, the dedication that each and every one of our members brings to the citizens of Frederick County on a daily basis. I want to thank you for showing up tonight. I want to thank our awards recipients, and I hope you have a good evening.
Thank you, Eric. Also, a few more people I did recognize that were in the audience that I didn't see initially. Dave Remsburg, Fire Board. President Bob Jacobs, Citizens Truck Company. Chief Steve Dvorak, Company 21. And Chief Andy Smothers, Company 19. And any other officers of the various companies that may have not been on the initial list. Chief Randy Williams, Company 11. Okay, thank you very much. Now we'll have Kathy Nipple, President of Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association's Ladies Auxiliary.
Good evening, everyone. The Ladies Auxiliary would like to welcome everyone to tonight's program. I would like to thank my auxiliary members that have set up and will be working the refreshment table for later. I would also like to thank all of my officers for their assistance in the past 2 years as I have been president. I would also like to offer congratulations to all the upcoming winners. Everyone that was nominated are winners. Even to be nominated, you're a winner. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you, Kathy. Chief Tom Owens sends his regrets. He's taken ill today, not feeling too well, so he was unable to make it this evening. This time we'd like to welcome to the stage our County Executive, Jan Gardner.
Good evening, everyone. It's so wonderful to be here with all of you this evening. It's certainly been a beautiful day. Before I make my comments, I do want to acknowledge another elected official who's here, and that's Delegate Carol Krim, who I see in the audience. Thank you for being here this evening. Are there any other elected officials in the audience that I haven't seen? All right, thank you so much. I'm really honored to be here to recognize so many deserving individuals who are being acknowledged for their hard work and dedication to Frederick County. We are truly blessed in Frederick County to have so many active volunteers, members of our fire and rescue family. These volunteers, all of you, are people who care about the community and care about helping other people. I say it all the time. It is the people who live here who make Frederick County a special place to call home. And I thank all of you for being part of that group of special people who reach out and take care of each other. We're fortunate that the proud tradition of volunteering in the fire service remains so strong. Not only do our volunteers help people in need and protect property, our volunteers, again, all of you, help to build and create a strong sense of community through your own camaraderie with each other, through all of the events and carnivals that are held each year. You know, many of these events, whether they're dinners or the carnivals or bingo, help to provide a strong sense of community and sense of place in Frederick County. And of course, all of you as volunteers save the taxpayers literally millions of dollars. The volunteer corporations continue to own a very high percentage of all the apparatus and most of the fire stations in the county. My congratulations to all the individuals who receive an award tonight. Congratulations and thank you for your dedication, for your commitment, and for your accomplishment. Not only do I want to thank and recognize the many individuals who respond to calls, but I also want to be sure to acknowledge all of you here who volunteer and work behind the scenes to make your companies run. And you know who you are, people who spend hundreds of hours working bingo, making food, running the carnivals, and doing all the administrative work, which is quite frankly very significant. It takes everyone working together to get the job done. Frederick County is very fortunate to have an effective and efficient combination system with career and volunteer personnel working together to serve our citizens. So I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time from your families to serve our community. I know for many of you it is a family affair. And I want to thank your extended families too for supporting you and contributing to our community and our quality of life. Congratulations to each of our award winners and to all of you for your good work and continued dedication and commitment to Frederick County. Fire and rescue volunteers and the volunteer companies are part of our rich history, and they ensure our bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, Executive. Also this evening we have President of the County Council, Bud Otis. Bud, I'd like to say a few words, Mr. President.
Thank you. You know, until you are elected, you don't really see how the county works internally. And I am absolutely in awe of the volunteers that we have in our fire companies and stations across this county. You're amazing families, grandfathers, sons and daughters, all through the family, working together to make Frederick County a safe place. I salute you. I'm in awe. It's amazing what you do. And when it comes to the savings to the county for what you do and what you're responsible for, it's unbelievable. It's amazing. And I just can't say enough about it. And I want you to know I really am proud of what you do. And I tell everybody everywhere, anytime they give me an opportunity, what a great fire service we have, what great volunteers we have. And I notice also when I go to the various dinners, all the people working back in the kitchen, making those meals possible for all those fundraisers and the carnivals and all the things you do. You know, it's a long list, and it takes a lot of talent, and you just give it everything you have and I'm so proud of what you do. And tonight, I'm looking forward to those of you who will be honored with some award of different kinds. I see a whole table full behind me, and I know we want to get on to that. So God bless you. Thank you. And we pray for our firefighters, our police, and our sheriff deputies all the time, because we couldn't make it without you. And God bless you for it.
Thank you, President Otis. Also, one president is not here this evening, is Donald Stahl from Company 22. He did give me permission to give you a little bit of information. He suffered a heart attack earlier today. I did visit him. He is in ICU at FMH, and he told me that it was okay to advise that he did have a stent put in. He's doing well, and we'll keep him in our thoughts and prayers. But he did want me to pass that along, and again, I had an opportunity to visit with him today and had a good conversation, so we're all very optimistic and wish him well. Okay, at this time we'll move into the presentation of the awards, and what we would like to do is we're going to announce the award being presented right now and announce the next award so people can start moving forward and be prepared to come up on stage. As I noted, we are taping this tonight, and that way it'll help expedite things and move it along so we don't have a lot of air time. It's just everybody stands around. We just want to make sure we move things right along. So I greatly appreciate your indulgence on that. The first award will be a special presidential recognition, followed by the Clint Hughes Department of Fire Prevention Award.
The first award for this evening goes to Mr. Ronald Watkins. And if you hadn't seen Ronnie, he's one of our photographers that show up to photograph all of our events. He's making his way up front. So Ronnie, for professionalism, photographing free of charge events occurring during the annual Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association recognition program, the valuable services that you provide and allow to maintain a historical accuracy of our account and our records. I appreciate your time and effort that you have given over the years. Thank you very much. We'll go this way.
Yeah, if the recipients would come up to our left, you're right, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
I think if we figure this out right, maybe if we start at our left, come up that way, and we'll do the presentation going this way. Okay. Photographer needs to meet you in the back once you get your award. So the second one goes to a young lady that really helps us each year at the Frederick County Home Builders Association Home Show. And this goes to Ms. Donna Kraft for coordinating sponsors, which allows Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Services Life Safety Committee and Gear Up recruiting program to educate the public and recruit new volunteers free of charge during the annual Frederick County Home Builders Home Show. So, Donna, I appreciate your time in allowing us to be a participant at the Home Builders Show.
Okay, our next award is the Clint Hughes Department Fire Prevention Award, which will be followed by the James Stavely III Fire Prevention Award.
The Clint Hughes Fire Prevention Award is presented in memory of Clint Hughes, a longtime member of the Braddock Heights Volunteer Fire Company, to recognize total department efforts in promoting fire prevention in their community. Awards are provided for departments who participate in year-round fire prevention programs, as well as departments who participate in special projects, such as an open house or other fire prevention projects. This year's nominee is a first-time submitter. It is with great pleasure that I present the 2016 Clint Hughes Award for Total Department Effort to the Junior Fire Company No. 2. Yeah, another one. Or you want to announce the next one? Yeah. No, you're right.
And we'll also have the presentation of the James Stavely Fire Prevention Award, followed by the Everett W. Gaver Award.
So, this award is presented to an individual in a fire department or auxiliary who does the most in fire prevention for his or her community. It is awarded in memory of James H. Jim Stavely III, longtime member of the Braddock Heights Volunteer Fire Company. This year's nominee has been active with fire prevention since he joined the Citizens Truck Company No. 4 on July 13, 1993. He has dedicated himself to work tirelessly with the department fire prevention details on a regular basis when and wherever possible. This includes the details in downtown Frederick each month, one of which was the Fire and Ice Walk on February 6, 2016, where he assisted in making s'mores and handing out fire prevention materials all in the same evening. The nominee has the dedication and passion to promote fire prevention to the citizens of Frederick County, and therefore it is with great pride that I announce this year's winner of the James H. Stavely III Award is David Keller, III of Citizens Truck Company No. 4. Is he here?
Stand here a minute, guys. Don't go off stage yet. Darian. And before they leave, please once again give a big hand. Darian Dorsey, Dylan Harn, Ashton Borchek, and Elizabeth Schober, our fire prevention ambassadors. And they do a great job for us. They're at the home show, they're at carnivals, they go around to a lot of our functions. So thank you all so very much. Great ambassadors for our fire and rescue service. Okay, our next award is the Everett W. Gaver Award for Church Community Service, followed by the Robert L. Renner Department Service Award.
Keith is out here too. Keith Brown. Yeah. Okay. The Everett Gaver Award. The Lewistown District Volunteer Fire Department is pleased to nominate this lady for the Everett W. Gaver Department Church Community Service Award. She has been a member at Lewistown since 2007. She is a very active member of our organization, helping with various activities at the station, such as banquets and the ham, turkey, and oyster suppers. The suppers are very labor-intensive and entail many hours of preparation. She is one of the small group of volunteers that routinely helps to get everything prepared. We cannot continue to have these dinners without the help and support of members like her. For all her hard work and support of our organization, she was awarded a life membership in 2013. In addition to supporting our organization, she supports several area churches and organizations. She serves as chairperson of the Social Ministry Association, and she helps with various dinners and activities, as well as sings in the choir with the St. Paul's Lutheran Church, Faith United Church of Christ, and St. John's Lutheran Church. She volunteers at the Glade Valley Food Bank and supports the Rescue Mission, the Utica Picnic, and the AMVETS, as well as the Women's League and the Thrift Shop. For all she does in support of our organization, as well as local community churches and organizations, the Lewistown Volunteer Fire Department would like to present the Everett Gaver Award to Mary Elizabeth Ambrose.
Our next award will be the Robert L. Renner Department Service Award, followed by some Hall of Fame recipients.
Good evening. It's my honor this evening to present the Robert L. Renner Service Award. This volunteer has been an active member of the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company since 1977, serving as chief since 2009. He also serves as first vice president of the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association. He is involved in all aspects of fundraising to include bingos, carnival, gun raffles, breakfast, and butcherings. He is very involved at the station when it comes to decorating the hall for Christmas, including playing Santa. His maintenance and carpentry skills keep him constantly in demand at both company buildings. He has been recognized by the company with the Honor Member Award and by the association in the past with the Charles Mumma Firefighter of the Year Award, the President's Award, and the Robert Allball Volunteer of the Year Award. It is with pleasure that I present this year's Robert Renner Departmental Service Award to Alan Hurley.
Each year we add 10 names to our Hall of Fame in Frederick County, and we'll do it throughout the evening. Next we will have 4 recipients of the Hall of Fame, which will be followed by the Winnie Crum Rookie of the Year Award.
This gentleman has been a member of his company since he was 16 years old.
Marguerite,
Here, Marguerite, there you go. Smile, you're on candy cane.
Want me to start over? This gentleman has been a member of his company since he was 16 years old. He exhibits exceptional dedication and leadership to his company. These abilities are demonstrated by the things members do to benefit a company as a whole, such as responding to calls, participating in training, attending meetings to keep abreast of all the happenings of the company, helping with fundraisers, and overall willingness to help and encourage others. He has proven years of dedication and leadership. He has had training in both firefighting and EMT and has held several line office positions and advancing up the ladder to the fire lieutenant, captain, assistant chief, and currently as a member of the Board of Directors. He is a life member and has been recognized as one of the top members in both fundraising and response calls each year since the award was created 10 years ago. He also has been awarded the prestigious Merle D. Ramsburg Memorial Award in 2015 for his outstanding service to his company and community. We proudly induct Eddie LaPole Jr. from Jefferson.
This lady joined the Ladies Auxiliary in December of 1969. She's been an active member of the Auxiliary since that time. She became life member of the Auxiliary on January 15, 1988. She joined the fire company in 1984 and was awarded life member of the company in 1991. She has held the following offices as members of the Junior Ladies Auxiliary: President, First Vice President, Assistant Treasurer, and Treasurer. She continues to hold the office of Treasurer. She also served on the Constitution and Bylaws Committee. After joining the Fire Department in 1984, she served on the following committees: Historical, Chairperson of the Social, Meeting Hall, Fundraising, MSFA, LoSAP/Tax Incentive, Fire Prevention, 175th, 100th Anniversary Committees. She's been a member of the Board of Directors for the past 3 years. She has also been active at the county level as a member of the Frederick County Auxiliary and has held the following offices: Assistant Treasurer, First Vice President, and Second Vice President. She served on the following Frederick County Auxiliary committees: Ways and Means, Nominating, Burned Out Families, Constitution and Bylaws. She continues to serve on the Constitution and Bylaws at this time. She also served on committees in the State Auxiliary. She's on the Income Tax Subtraction as the County Auxiliary Point System Coordinator for Frederick, starting in 2001 until present. She received the Cleta Abrick Award. In 2016, she was inducted into the Ladies Auxiliary of the Maryland State Firemen's Hall of Fame. She is always available to support fire department-related activities, included coordinating food preparation for special activities and events. She coordinated food and other refreshments for the fallen firefighter families during the National Firefighters event 2 years ago. She has contributed her time in service on a consistent basis over many decades, often behind the scenes. It is this type of individual that is vital to the continued existence of the volunteer fire service. In consideration of her many contributions and dedication involving the Frederick County Fire and Rescue Services, the Junior Fire Company would like to nominate Debbie Perkins for the Hall of Fame.
At age 95, this young woman still unselfishly dedicates her time and talents to the auxiliary of the Brunswick Volunteer Ambulance and Rescue Corporation. Over the years, she has held many offices, including president and vice president. Despite health issues, she hasn't missed a meeting in several years. She takes pride in not only recruiting new members, but makes them feel welcome. For the past 48 years, Ms. Farrell has never turned down an opportunity to share her art of making pies, rolling dough. Don't even think of suggesting using a frozen one. Members still can call on her for advice when they are preparing a meal. Company 19 is very fortunate to induct Ms. Lorraine Farrell into the Hall of Fame.
After completing Firefighter 1 as a 16-year-old, this person has continued their educational career by attending many classes as possible to continue through the ranks of fire and rescue service to become a line officer with both the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company and the Walkersville Rescue Company. This person is a mechanical-minded and enjoys operations of fire apparatus, which still continues today, even though they started as a driver of the equipment, working their way to speccing out fire engines and brush trucks. Today, he is working on the refurbishment and preservation of our antique engine 113. This person supplies his expertise in maintenance and repairs of tools and implements to the vehicle. In his earlier days of fire service, they assisted in the inspection of the county's company ladder, hose, and pumps, along with EMS and squad standards when handled by the line officers and volunteers. This person does not confine themselves to just the line side of the company. They work at weekly bingos, helping out in the kitchen on food events, and working carnivals. This person is also very instrumental when switching the carnival bingo to serving ice cream at their annual carnival, and is also the co-chair. On behalf of the Walkersville Fire Company, it is without reservation and extreme honor that we nominate Matthew W. Staley for induction into the Frederick County Hall of Fame.
The next award is the Winona Winnie Crum Rookie of the Year Award, will be followed by the Louise Lenhart Auxiliary Encouragement Award. And before I introduce the chief to present this award, it was 30 years ago this month that tragedy struck the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company, Frederick County, and the state of Maryland. Just a few miles from here, when Winnie died in the line of duty, riding on the back of engine 114. It's a sad day in our county, a sad day in our community, and a sad day in our state. She was the first female line of duty death in the state of Maryland. Let's pause for just a moment and recognize her and her death in the line of duty. Thank you. Now, in her honor, Chief Randy Williams will present the Winnie Crum Rookie of the Year Award.
Thank you, Chief. The winner of the Winnie Crum Rookie of the Year Award is going to a member of Lewistown District Volunteer Fire Department. This member joined the fire department in September of 2015 and began to make an immediate impact. He successfully completed and came up through the Gear Up orientation program, completed hazardous materials operations, and EMT. This individual is currently enrolled in a Firefighter 1 class. Above and beyond that, he immediately took the reins and began helping in other areas. Began to help in various fundraising activities such as suppers, banquets, raffles, and bingos. Individual also got involved on the administrative side as well, being involved in the LOSAP committee as well as the EMS committee. Both committees requiring the attendance of numerous meetings and a fantastic amount of record keeping as well. This individual took on these tasks and handled them masterfully. In the words of Donald Stull, the president, they said, Scott has taken on these tasks and handled them masterfully. It is very refreshing to see someone who is so new to the department take such an interest and really throw themselves into these challenging positions. It is for this reason that the Winnie Crum Rookie of the Year Award is being awarded to Scott Vandermark.
And you heard Chief Williams mention the Gear Up program that brings our new volunteers in, gives them an orientation, and makes them a part of our system and a part of our family. And I'd like to acknowledge Joyce Schry, our volunteer recruiter, who puts that together about every 6 weeks. They run. Chief Pat McTighe from Company 12 puts a lot of time into it. And thank you for all you do.
Way to go, Scott.
Next, we'll have the Louise Lenhart Auxiliary Encouragement Award, followed by the Charles Mutt Dieter Apprentice of the Year Award.
This person has been a member in. This thing's too big for me.
You got growth.
I know. This person has been a member of the company since 2016 and is a good member in good standing. She joined to help out when she learned that the auxiliary needed new members. She's very congenial, always smiling, and has a very optimistic attitude. She is well respected by the auxiliary, is very flexible to do whatever is needed in a moment's notice, and all love working with her. For the past months, she has been very faithful in her commitment, attending the meetings and helping with the various fundraisers. She has participated in the soup and sub sales, back to school bingo, getting donations, the car show, apple dumpling sale, and the carnival. She has been extremely great worker in the kitchen for all those who work with her, helping to prepare the food as well as serve. She has helped in advertisement, ticket sales, and made personal donations as door prizes and for raffles to ensure the success of these events. She is in several committees, including a Christmas party, apple dumpling, back to school bingo, the Halloween dance, and the car show committee. Her optimistic attitude makes her a pleasure to work with. She is a hard worker in all the things that she does and is very supportive in the work of the auxiliary. She encourages others to come out and help with events, especially when there are a shortage in help. She has truly been instrumental in the success of the auxiliary's fundraisers this year. She is an inspiration and role model for everyone who wants to contribute in a positive way to our fire service and our community. Her outstanding efforts reflect honorably on our auxiliary. It is with great pleasure that we put in a Louise Lenhart Encouragement Award to Michelle Curry from Middletown.
Congratulations.
Our next award is the Charles Mutt Dieter Apprentice of the Year Award, followed by the Cleta Abrake Member of the Year Award.
This nominee is a senior at the Walkersville High School. He has challenged himself by taking honors and college-level courses. He has maintained above a 3.0 while taking these challenging courses. This year, he is taking college courses while working a job and doing an internship at the fire hall. He is currently working on completing and passing EMT, and as we all know, that's very time-consuming. This member is dedicated to being a professional and paid firefighter in the future. Since he was 13, he has been dedicated to being a firefighter, which motivated him to join the fire company as a cadet. It is with great honor we present Josh Smith of the Walkersville Fire Department as the Mutt Dieter Apprentice of the Year Award. Now, as this young man is, he is here. Got him out of class. He was in class tonight. We did his This young man is one that you can find his grandfather in the fire department, his dad in the fire department, and a whole lot of his family. And this is truly a family of fire department.
We actually have 2 awards for those 2 recipients. The one could not be here tonight. But I want to recognize a young man from the Brunswick Volunteer Ambulance Company. He started as a junior member, as a 16-year-old, and still very active in his community and with the fire service. He continues to reach out and demonstrate the seriousness of himself. He's immersed himself into the company. Since we received, while many teens sleep in on the weekends, Sean doesn't mind. He shows up hours before dawn, prepares pancake breakfast, and he's usually one of the last people to leave. He continues to help put tables and chairs away. When the ambulance crews are going for assistance, Sean is not too far behind, and he also responds and helps our men and women as they go out on calls. So Sean couldn't be here tonight, but I also want to recognize Sean Piles. And Donovan, as president, would you mind coming up and accepting his award, sir?
Our next award will be the CLETA A-Break Member of the Year Award, followed by 3 more Hall of Fame recipients.
The CLETA A-Break Auxiliary Woman of the Year Award is presented in memory of CLETA A-Break, a longtime officer and member of the Junior Fire Company and Frederick County Ladies Auxiliary, in recognition of an individual who has been an active member of an auxiliary which is affiliated with the Ladies Auxiliary of the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association. This year's nominee for the CLETA A-Break Auxiliary Woman of the Year Award has been a active member in good standing in the Fire Company Auxiliary since February 2006. She is very energetic, outgoing, pleasant, always smiling, and is well liked by the members of her auxiliary. Whenever something discouraging happens for the auxiliary or a member, she is there with an encouraging word. She helps to improve the auxiliary fundraisers from the experience she's gained and various activities she has been involved in for her church and community. She has served on several auxiliary committees in 2016, which includes the birthday party, dining room, sub-sales, apple dumplings, and many more. She also helps with the carnival, the back-to-school bingo, banquets, and other fundraisers. She can be counted on to get her 4-H children involved with our carnival. She is very active as a coach in the Middletown High School FFA horticultural activity and has been a 4-H volunteer for 43 years. She also coaches the 4-H team, both FFA and 4-H, has had many winners under her leadership. She is well recognized throughout Frederick County as a 4-H leader and has been a judge for 12 years, judging flowers, baked goods, and crafts. She is an active member in her church and teaches Sunday school. She is a member of the Women's Fellowship. Her dedication for doing a very outstanding job this year and in the past reflects honorably on the auxiliary of the Middletown Volunteer Fire Company. It is with great pleasure that I ask Myrtle Sturts of the Middletown Volunteer Fire Company to come forward to accept this award. Yeah, I did.
Next, we'll have 3 additional Hall of Fame recipients, followed by the Fire Rescue Department Training Award.
This young lady was a original charter member of her auxiliary when it was formed back in 1960. Her dedication to the Ladies Auxiliary's mission has never waned and possibly gained strength over the years. She takes pride in the group's efforts. As the treasurer for more than 30 years, Ms. Dorothy Moss leads the charge to keep the annual donation amount to the company a secret until the banquet. When a member asks how a dinner or a bake sale went, she simply smiles and replies, "It went well." Even a recent hip fracture couldn't keep her away from the kitchen, as there was work to do and a new recipe to try. She makes new members feel welcome and enjoys being a mentor. Ms. Moss, at 91 years of age, is admired by all of her tireless dedication to the Brunswick Volunteer Ambulance and Rescue Company. So it's with great pride and honor that we induct Ms. Dorothy Moss into our Hall of Fame.
Okay, our next Hall of Fame. This recipient has 30 years of service to the company, has served the position of vice president, and has served several terms on the board of directors. He has served on many committees, including Fund Drive, Truck, Company Awards, Parade and Building Committee, Halloween Party, Carnival Picnic, Car Show, and many other committees. He was always one of the top 10 responders when he could run calls as a driver for the company. He is one of the few members that can say they fought a fire with the Model A fire truck. He has contributed many hours and services to the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company over the years. He organizes the parade every year for our carnival, and he plays Santa at the Santa Workshop. The company has recognized him with the President's Award and a Lifetime Achievement Honor Member. He owns Eiler Service Center, and when he ran calls, he would close his shop to respond to the call. Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company would like to thank you for your service. Ronnie Eiler, would you please come forward to accept your Hall of Fame inductee?
You are next. Are you okay? Are you okay?
This member has been a member of the Urbana Ladies Auxiliary for 36 years. She's been there since it started. She served the president for many years as secretary and about 1,000 other things. Besides her fire department activities, she's a very active member in the Frederick Christian Fellowship Church, continues to serve as usher and greeter, trained in care ministry, performed on the care team for several years. It is with great pride we induct Betty White of the Urbana Fire Department into the Hall of Fame.
Our next award will be the Fire Rescue Department Training Award, followed by the MUMA Outstanding Service Award.
Good evening. Firefighters and EMTs have very important and difficult jobs. It is vital they stay up on new skills and the latest tools of their trade. By spending hours training, they ensure they are prepared to handle the situations they respond to. Every year, firefighters and EMTs and other first responders are injured and killed in the line of duty. Our county crews train regularly, so everyone goes home. This award is presented to the top 3 companies with the highest number of formal training hours per active member. Number 3, United Steam Engine company with 87 hours per active member. Please come forward and receive a certificate. Number 2 is Independent Hose Company, 88 hours per active member. And overachieving New Market District Fire Company with 104 hours per active member. Please come forward. Who's she with?
Gina, I think it's with United Steam.
Oh, it's Gina.
Yeah, she's with United.
Thank you. The overachieving Newmarket. Thank you.
Our next award is the MUMA Outstanding Service Award, followed by the Dr. James Maroon EMS Member of the Year Award.
The MUMA Outstanding Service Award. This person has been an EMT since 1982, continuing education as a CRT, aviation technician, and EMTP. It's kind of hard to keep it a secret, let me tell you. Was one of the first ALS providers in Frederick County and one of the last volunteer medics in Frederick County before they were all paid. He has held the title of Chief, Assistant Chief, and Training Officer at his home company. In addition, has served many terms as President to the Mid-Maryland EMS Council, represents Frederick County as a member of the State EMS Advisory Council, and the Maryland State Firemen's Association EMS Committee. Has been President of Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association for the past 3.5 years. With his hectic schedule, he attends meetings in all areas of the state and beyond, and is still active at Brunswick Volunteer Ambulance and Rescue Company, mentoring new providers and wearing his apron in the kitchen during pancake breakfast. Eric Smothers is a great recipient for the MUMA Outstanding Service Award because of his dedication and willingness to help and teach others. Eric. And if you wouldn't have came up here and raised these little tabs up, you wouldn't have known it until now.
I didn't pay attention.
Ah, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And everybody tonight certainly is deserving of their award, but I can tell you from the other side of the fence working with Eric, how many hours he puts in at the committee meetings. He comes into the office just about every day and really puts in a tremendous amount of time and effort to be president of the association. Believe me, that is a full-time job and that is not a paid job. Eric, thank you for all you do for the association in our county. Next, we'll have the Dr. James Maroon EMS Member of the Year, followed by the Firefighter of the Year.
Do you have for Ronnie Keefe? Oh, I have it right here on top. Oh my.
The Dr. James EMS Award, Member of the Year Award. This member joined his fire company on March 17th, 1993, and has been a member in good standing ever since he has held the officer position since 1999. Also, he spent the top EMS responder for the past 16 years, making well over 220 to 260 calls each year. And 2016 is no exception with 270 calls. He has also been within the top 3 and 5 responders for the fire side for many years. Ronald has truly been a dedicated EMS firefighter and role model ever since he has become a firefighter. He gets along well with others, is well respected, a very community-minded person. Ronald has been an inspiration to many people. He has held several administrative offices and officer positions, including Rescue Sergeant, Lieutenant, and has been an EMS captain since 2008. In addition, he is a certified EMT, a CPR instructor, and holds classes for the fire company. He has completed training in EMS, Fire 1 and 2, Rescue Tech, Hazmat, Pumps, EVOC, EMS Officer 1, and Incident Safety Officer. So it's a great time that I present the Dr. James Barrow EMS Award to Ronald Keefe, officer of the Middletown Volunteer Fire Department.
Our next award will be the Firefighter of the Year Award, followed by 3 more Hall of Fame recipients.
It is my honor to tell you about the nominee chosen as this year's Firefighter of the Year. His chief describes him as an exemplary firefighter in all facets of fire and rescue profession and an essential part of his leadership team. He was one of the top responders for the company, responding to over 40% of the 700+ calls, mostly during the most critical response hours between midnight and 6 a.m. The knowledge and leadership skills shown during these calls assured his chief that the personnel under the nominee's supervision were performing safely, efficiently, and within approved policies and procedures. The nominee regularly works with personnel of all levels, teaching and passing on his knowledge to those willing to learn. The nominee regularly assists the cadet program. He presents material to these young members in a manner that holds their interest while still providing them with skills needed to succeed as future firefighters. The nominee provided his expertise as an engineer to lead a review of a proposed upgrade to his station's air conditioning system. This year, the nominee wrote and submitted a grant application package to FEMA to assist with replacing firefighter turnout gear, which has expired or is expiring soon. The nominee supports his company's efforts to actively engage in his community through his participation in fire prevention events at local schools, community events, and supporting standbys at the local high school events. It is with great admiration and respect I announce to you that Lieutenant Alan Staley of Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company is the association's Firefighter of the Year.
Now we'll have 3 additional recipients for the Hall of Fame Award, which will be followed by the Millard Mick Mastrino Instructor Safety Award.
This Hall of Fame nominee has been an active member in the fire company since February 1990. Early on, he exhibited traits of a rising star and continues to exhibit those same characteristics of leadership in all that he does. He is always pleasant, very approachable. People can talk to him with any concerns in the fire company. He is very energetic, well-liked, and works very well with the fire company and the auxiliary member, and is a supporter of the auxiliary as well as the fire company. He has encouraged and mentored many new fire company leaders and members. He has put in many hours for the fire company and auxiliary activities, and he uses his business administration skills very affectionately in the leadership that he holds. When he joined in 1990, he quickly learned all that he could about firefighting and the emergency medical service. He served as president from 2011 to 2015. During his years as president, he oversaw major projects such as the new firehouse that the county is expected to build in the near term. He also helped with the fire company activities building, which became operational in 2014. He represents the fire company at the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association meetings and attends the annual Maryland Fire and Rescue Association meeting in Ocean City to support his fellow firefighters. He has chaired many committees. This nominee has participated in various fundraisers such as bingo, Girls' Day Out, carnival, butchering, antique tractor show, Christmas tree sales, car show, and continues to do so. He does all of this stuff and still finds time to serve his church. This nominee has been a real asset to his company, an inspiration and role model for its member. His dedication to the fire company for doing a good job as president and all that he's done for the fire service reflects honorably on the Middletown Volunteer Fire Company and Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association. It is with great pride to induct James Goodman of the Middletown Volunteer Fire Company.
The next recipient is a third-generation firefighter who's been serving the citizens of Frederick County since 1988. He's a life member of 2 companies, held numerous positions including a fire chief and president. He's been a past president of another company. He's held many positions. He served Frederick County as not only as a volunteer, he retired as a career firefighter in Montgomery County for 26 years. He's a great family person and a great personal friend. Proud to induct into the Frederick County Fire Rescue Hall of Fame, Marty Fuller.
You can do this. Maybe not. Okay. The nominee joined his fire company in 1969. Okay. The nominee joined. Okay.
Now do it. Now do it.
The nominee. There we go. Sorry about that. The nominee joined his fire company in 1969. He has been an active firefighter and member since joining the company. He has been elected the first assistant chief, the second assistant chief, and recently is appointed as a fire lieutenant. He was elected as vice president in 2009 and currently still holds this position. He has saved the company money by helping out with the maintenance on trucks and buildings. He is also a driver of the company. He served on the Halloween committee for the safe Halloween party at the fire hall for the local community children. He has also served on the fund drive committee from 1980 to 1984. He has served on several truck committees. One of the big fundraisers for the company is the butchering that the fire company sponsors twice a year. He has always helped with this fundraiser and accepted the responsibility of head butcher in 2002. He attended some of the meetings to bring the company up to health department standards in order to sponsor this fundraiser. He and his wife handles the company's 5-year pins for the annual company banquet. One of the main responsibilities as the vice president of the company is to chair the annual fund drive. At the annual carnival, he and his family was in charge of the soft drinks from 1984 to 1988. And then in 1989, through the current year, you will find him in the famous ice cream stand at the annual carnival. He also serves on the bingo committee and is chairperson for a scheduled week. In 2010 to 2011, he served on the committee for the holiday house tours. He has helped with the company's spaghetti dinners, meat raffles in the past. In 1989, he helped to organize the junior organization of the fire company. This group was active until 1991. Back in the time when firemen would serve the ladies' auxiliary their Christmas party. He was the chairman for the dining room. He has been selected several terms to be a delegate for the state convention. His home company has recognized him with the President's Award and a Lifetime Achievement Honor member. In 1983, he entered an ice cream eating contest and he tied for first place. Dennis Mathias takes great pride in maintaining the best image of the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company. The Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association, along with the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company, proudly inducts Dennis Mathias into the Frederick County Fire and Rescue Hall of Fame. Okay. This one.
Our next award is the Millard McMastrino Instructor Safety Award, followed by the Outstanding Unit Award.
Firefighters are tasked with the responsibility of protecting life and property while at the same time maintaining a level of personal safety. These are the skills that need to be routinely taught and practiced so that firefighters can remain sharp in their ever-changing response environments. This company relies on their training officer to handle this important position. The nominee takes this position very seriously and puts great effort and dedication into making sure the membership has access to the most current and relative training classes that are available within the fire service. One of the most successful parts of her training program is the outreach she includes to all the members during monthly company meetings. Before each monthly company meeting, you can find a room full of social and operational members ready to learn about or review a relevant training area. As training officer, she sets up this training to include a wide variety of topics, which often include compliance training, which is required for a variety of areas each year. In addition to compliance training, she includes new topics such as dealing with electric cars at accident scenes, or how to approach rooftop solar panels during a house fire. This training has become so pivotal that many non-operational members also find the monthly trainings times very beneficial and make time to attend. Most importantly, she informs the fellow firefighters of current MIFRE schedules and helps them find classes they need to continue to increase and improve their training transcripts. The firefighter nominee is also an advisor of the company's cadet program. This program is for youth aged 12 to 15. She has been instrumental in planning a wide variety of activities and drills of these young members to help them develop a good background in all areas of firefighting and emergency services. Cadets learn early on that a career in firefighting involves ongoing training. Every year, the cadets are giving opportunities to tour the 911 Center and Trooper 3 hangar, review safety and first aid procedures, and learn about ways to further their training. She is a true mentor to these cadets. She keeps an up-to-date record of each member's CPR and EMT expiration dates. She joined her company December 1st, 2004. She has worked as an emergency 911 communications officer with the Howard County Police Department. She recently completed MIFRE Instructor 2 and is certified to instruct CPR. This training officer, firefighter nominee, exemplifies the philosophy that mentoring, counseling, and instruction are all necessary for firefighters to remain efficient, effective, and safe on the job for her company, the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company 11. The 2016 Frederick County Fire and Rescue Association Millard McMastrino Instructor Safety Award is proudly presented to Training Officer Firefighter Christy Staley of the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company 11. Well, there's just a lot in it. I knew her really well, too. It's not Sally's daughter, is it?
Our next award is the Outstanding Unit Award, which will be followed by the Michael Wilkham Officer of the Year Award.
There's 3 people listed here. Are they just going to get one for all 3? This is for the Brunswick. Yeah. Just for the Brunswick ambulance. Okay. On July 26th, the fire was reported on East G Street in Brunswick. Brunswick Chief George Clary was advised by a frantic resident that a woman was trapped in the burning home. Fire and heavy smoke were visible from the single-story home when Firefighter 2 Jennifer Wilson and Technician Chad Johns arrived on the scene in Ambulance 198. Knowing time was of the essence, the 2 firefighters donned their gear and scubas and SCBAs and went into the home without a line to search for the victim. Conditions were deteriorating rapidly, but they remained steadfast in their mission. After several minutes of searching, she was located in the kitchen and rescued. Brunswick Volunteer Ambulance and Rescue Company Chief Andy Smothers and EMT Courtney Naborchek immediately started treatment on the elderly woman. Firefighter EMTP Jonas Ziegler initiated advanced life support measures. The victim was flown by Maryland State Police helicopter to a trauma center for treatment. Thanks to the quick, efficient actions of the firefighters and the EMS personnel, the woman has returned home. All those involved in the successful outcome are honored tonight with the Outstanding Unit Award as they demonstrated their definition of team. Together, everyone achieves more. Those credited with saving the fire victim include Firefighter 2 Jennifer Wilson, Technician Chad Johns, EMT Andy Smothers, EMT Courtney Naborchek, and Firefighter Paramedic Jonas Ziegler.
Our next award is the Michael Wilkham Officer of the Year Award, which will be followed by the Heart of the Volunteer Award.
Okay, the recipient for Michael Wilkham Officer of the Year Award is a very team-focused and passionate person. Their accomplishments include helping with fundraising, participating in fire and life safety programs, including lecturing at local schools and the Boy Scouts, implementing a suicide prevention program within the community, developing a nutritional and fitness programs for the members, handles personal conflicts, and is always accommodating to members, oversees the vehicle maintenance for the company, is currently working on the driver's training program. On behalf of the Awards Committee and Graceham Volunteer Fire Company, I would like to ask Val Kilby to come forward to receive this award.
And our final award of the night is the Heart of a Volunteer Award.
The Heart of the Volunteer Award is given in honor of those faced with enormous personal challenges who continue to give all they can with the ultimate challenge, and for those whom have lost the battle. Their dedication is a true testimony and reflection of the heart of the volunteer. The Volunteer Fire Company submits this nominee for this most deserving award. The nominee has been a member of our fire company for 28 years and served as secretary for many years. The nominee also served as chairman of the Constitution and Bylaws Committee for many years. The nominee received our company's most highest award, given in 2007, the Life Member Award. This nominee was also a caregiver for a dear friend who passed several years ago. This nominee also gave her time to other organizations. The nominee gives her time to Carroll Manor Volunteer Fire Department at the Great Frederick Fair during Fair Week at their yearly carnival, doing whatever she can helping their organization. She also helps with their country store. The nominee served as treasurer of the Union Bridge Volunteer Ladies Auxiliary. She also helps with many of their fundraising activities during the year. The nominee is involved with many Grange activities, working in the garden building at the Great Frederick Fair. She is a member of Linganore Grange, serving as lector. The Grange has presented her with all 7 degrees for all her hard work and dedication. She also served as secretary for the State Grange and is a member of the National Grange. The nominee volunteers many hours with our company's fundraising activities throughout the year. She wears a brace on her leg when her leg is bothering her, making it hard for her to get around, but she still does all she can wherever she is needed to help with our fundraising endeavors. The nominee is dealing with many of her own health issues that require her to go through many treatments, but she still finds time to volunteer. The nominee is always willing to go to the extra mile to accomplish the end result, which is working for the good of the organization. The nominee has made many countless friends volunteering with all these organizations and the community. The nominee is also a member of her church, serving as Alder Guild, and also volunteering many hours to the church's fundraising activities. Being a member of so many organizations, giving many hours of time for volunteering, we are grateful for all her hard work and effort to our company, the New Midway the New Midway Volunteer Fire Department, helping it to be successful. It gives us great pleasure to present the Frederick County Fire and Rescue Association, the Heart of the Volunteer Award, to Helen Aller. Helen Aller couldn't be here this evening to receive the award, so we'll make sure that she gets it at our next company meeting. Thank you.
Did want to acknowledge a few people I think came in since we did the first acknowledgments. I see Chief Brown from the Junior Fire Company and Sheriff Jenkins, Vice President of Lewistown. And if there's any other officers, I apologize. I was trying to pick out. Tonight you've heard dedication, commitment, and compassion, which is a true reflection of the 2,000 volunteers we have here in Frederick County. But you have to remember, not only do they serve their company, they serve their community, and they serve you. We're very honored to be here tonight to honor these individuals. And I think it's important that you also have an idea of the foundation of the individuals that these awards were named for. So I'll just give you a real brief description of the individual names. Mike Wilcomb was a very active officer with the Newmarket District Volunteer Fire Department. He died in the line of duty, passed away right after responding to a working fire. Millard McMastrino. Anybody who's an officer in Frederick County before 2000 took a class from Mick Mastrino. He was the predominant instructor for fire officer in Frederick County, and he truly was ahead of his time when it came to training. Dr. James Marone essentially was the father of EMS in Frederick County. And yes, there are a few people in here who took the very first class from Doc Marone would have been emergency first aid, advanced first aid from, yes, I see a couple of them patting on the head, that's right. Long before EMT, American Red Cross Advanced First Aid was taught by Doc Marone and others here in Frederick County. The Mumma family, a mainstay of the town of Rocky Ridge and that fire department. The Mumma brothers were a part of it. Betty, the whole family has just been so much a part of that fire company for many years. Bobby Mumma also was very active in the state. Cleta Abrake, very active at the Juniors Auxiliary, served as county president, and she was also an EMT and ran the ambulance at the Junior Fire Company, and was related to Mutt Charles Henry Dieter from the United Fire Company. And a few you just snickered, you know what I mean. Louise Lenhart, the Lenhart family is here tonight, and they certainly are one of the hearts of the volunteers in this county. Winnie Crum, we talked about earlier, the tragedy of the first female firefighter to die in the line of duty in the state of Maryland. Robert L. Renner, Bob Renner, what a guy. And I can tell you, we probably would not have a training center in Frederick County if it wasn't for the diligence of Bob Renner going to the commissioners and working on it for many, many years. Everett Gaver served as chief of the Middletown Volunteer Fire Company. He was just quite a gentleman, always very positive, and was a true mentor to many, many people in Frederick County, not just Middletown. Jim Stavely, very active in fire prevention, was a dispatcher in the early days at what we then called Central Alarm. And Clint Hughes, also of Braddock Heights, he truly was the father of rescue training in Frederick County. These are the people that these awards are named for. Because of their dedication and their commitment, we're here tonight to be able to honor another generation of fire and rescue personnel, of volunteer service of our county. Thank you very much. I would like to recognize the awards committee. Mickey Fyock and Marguerite Demuth were the co-chairs. Linda Canale, Debbie Fox, Alice Hipkins, Bonnie Hurley, David R. Keller III, Kathy Nipple, Sam Lenhart, Emma Main, Monroe Main, Lisa Miller, Joyce Schry, and Sherry Soper. They deserve a round of applause. They did a great job tonight in planning us all. And this is not a one-meeting event. They meet all year long and really work very hard to make this a successful event and truly honor the people that they deserve. Also like to thank the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company for use of the facility. Again, thank our fire prevention ambassadors. They did a great job tonight. The Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association Ladies Auxiliary provided beverages and cookies. Barrick Landscaping for providing our flowers. Ron Watkins, Mr. Photographer, here every year. Thank you, Ronnie. First Vice President Alan Hurley, a special advisor to the Association Awards Committee. Nikki Burris, administrative at the Frederick County Division of Volunteer Fire Rescue Services. She provided a lot of assistance to the committee. And the Department of Fire Rescue and the volunteers that were in their honor guard tonight. Let's give all those a very big hand for making this a successful event. It's been an honor and pleasure to serve as your Master of Ceremonies. At this time, I'll introduce Reverend Tim May, Chaplain of the Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association, for our benediction.
Where's the flowers? I thought maybe I'd a lot sicker than I thought I was. Thank everyone for being here tonight. Thank you for my your kind wishes and cards. Yes, I was sick, but there wasn't anything wrong with me, so it's okay. But it's glad to be back, and I appreciate everything and the kind words spoken tonight. It is so nice to be among brothers and sisters in the fire service, because this is part of my family. And being part of your family, I'd like you to remember me on my birthday and Christmas. Let us stand as I offer the benediction. As you're able, there's no requirement. Let's bow our heads. Gracious God and humble servants to you, we come this night to honor those who have honored us by their service. We accept the call for which we have all gathered tonight. We thank each and every family who gives of their time in time of separation. Father, I pray a blessing upon each life here tonight. I pray that you be gracious with them and have mercy upon them. I pray that you would give them safety and protection as they go about doing your service and your work here. Father, as we enter a new year, I just pray that you will be with this country as we suffer times now of unknown. Be with our men and women who serve us in all uniforms. Pray for them, protect them, comfort their families. Now, Father, most importantly tonight, for those who don't know God, may they come to know God because they have met us. We ask all this in the living name of our Savior, of our Lord, and of our God, in whose name we pray. Amen.